said they hit us in the morning way before the sunrise.
And we're back. Welcome back to another episode of the Nesian Built podcast, Pacific Islanders podcast, where we tell our stories and our lessons of our journey to help you on yours. And today is going to be a fucking good one because we got a special guest in the building here at NBHQ. And I always say I enjoy this journey so damn much because, especially for reasons like this, that it connects me to fucking great people that I would have never met, you know, if we weren't doing what we do. And today in the building, we got Brian, and Brian's been a supporter of us for a while now, big time. Like he's on pretty much like an ambassador, and he's shopping for people and shit and just passing out gear and spreading the brand. So welcome to the fucking podcast, bro.
Appreciate you guys.
Welcome in. But the thing about it is that kind of sucks is Brian's leaving us. So we had to get him in because I know this guy has a fucking bunch of knowledge. He's done a lot of shit over his fucking life already. And he's leaving Washington. He's going to a hot ass state, and he gets to avoid all the damn rain that we have to deal with and the cold that we have to deal with. But if you could, bro, like go ahead and like, if you could just talk about your background and stuff like that, just
For
so
sure,
people
for sure.
know something.
Quick
about
intro. My name is Brian Flawau. Army brat. Kind of moved around a little bit until my dad retired, and then we ended up moving up here to Spanaway, Washington, where I spent the majority of my youth growing up, running around, doing the things that we did in Spanaway in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yep.
And then not too long, a few years after I graduated, I had a kid of my own, and it really made me start thinking about what I wanted to do in my life and how I needed to be responsible. It wasn't just about me anymore, and what could I do? So I joined the Coast Guard, and I just finished up a 20-year career. Not just anymore. It's been 3 years now that I've been retired. So still working part-time. I have a 6-year-old boy now. My 2 oldest girls are out of the house. One's a full-fledged adult, like adulting, like hard to the max, like all on her own. The other one's at University of Washington, where she's about to finish her 3rd year. Got 1 more year, and then we'll see where it takes her.
Oh, yeah.
Excited.
Yeah. So, like I said, he's done a lot already.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this thing where I kind of noticed too, where I've kind of said it before, where like I kind of cling on more to like guys that are a little bit older than me because I feel like I learn more, and it's hard for me to like talk bullshit sometimes. Like I like talking
Get
to
called
guys.
out on your bullshit.
Yeah, like or that, you know, like it's just like fucking. I like talking to guys that can get a little deeper and they can talk about shit that matters. So it's just. I think that's like why every time you come in here and we just fucking chop it up, it's like fucking conversation flows and it's just fucking.
And then next you know, 2 hours gone by and we're both late.
Home, like dude, we gotta go pick up our kids. You know? Oh shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. So like I was in the military for fucking 8 years, and I was in the Army though, and I know nothing about the Coast Guard, bro. Yeah. Like what was it that made you like want to do the Coast Guard instead of like other branches or?
So I was a little bit older already when I joined. My daughter was, I believe she was 3, and I'd already been married for a couple years. And being an Army brat, there's times where just blank spaces in my mind where I don't remember my dad being around for like extended periods of time. And so I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
And so with the Coast Guard, we still go away. Like there was a stretch for like 14 months I was gone. I deployed with the Army unit.
That's why.
Just
the thing you were trying to avoid fucking brought you in.
Yeah. But it's an experience that I would never I would never give it take back or trade it in or.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot that time I was gone. Not just about myself, but about like things that I want to do in my life. Spend a lot of time, when you're deployed, there's a lot of downtime. And alone time, even though you're surrounded by people, you're all by yourself. Like everyone's missing home. I'm trying to think about what they're gonna do when they get back, and like I took that time to like really assess where I was halfway. It was like right at the midpoint of my career too, and I was like, am I gonna get out or am I gonna keep doing this and then figure out? And I couldn't really come up with a solid plan with having 2 kids, a wife to support, so I stayed in. And I did the next 10, and I knew it was time for me to get out, and I got out.
Yeah. Were you just, was it more like, because you didn't have a plan, you just decided, I'm just going to keep on like chugging and see what happens from here?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So what'd you do in the Coast Guard? What was your like?
So I did logistics. We go by ratings instead of MOS, and I was a storekeeper.
Okay. Is that like something you actually enjoyed doing?
No, I didn't enjoy it at all. Kind of got I don't want to use the word forced, but heavily recommended.
Yeah.
By some people that I had above me, mentors, I would say, that they knew what I had, like my situation at home, and that I had a daughter, I had a wife. I wanted to, be home, even though there was part of me that wanted to go, like, I want to go do the fun stuff.
Yeah, like
I want to get underway. I want to go see all the stuff. Like,
wasn't that like kind of what Nick Bear was talking about in his podcast with what his career choice was in the military? Didn't he do something similar?
No, he was just talking about like he just
because a lot of people don't think about what they're going to do afterwards.
Yeah, so he was a unit movement officer. So
okay.
Like it's just like you're in charge of like getting all the equipment and stuff to wherever your unit is deploying.
Yeah.
So and that shit sucks. I've seen.
Also, that's different.
It's similar. Like depending where your job was at, like stuff that I would deal with was like supply management, property management, finance and accounting, procurement, contracting, like all the super.
That's why you're doing what you're doing now.
I was gonna say, that's all transferable outside, huh?
Yeah, it is though. But like, funny thing is though, when I retired, it would have been super easy for me to just get a GS job and go right back into that. But I was like, no, I want to do something else. Like, I don't want to drive a desk anymore. Like. The last 8 years of my career, I drove a desk hard. Like every day I was there. And plus, once you start advancing, like you're more like supervisor, just making pieces move. You're not actually out there doing the work. And I wanted to be doing the work. Yeah. It's like.
You weren't over that part yet?
Yeah, I wasn't over that part. Dude, I stayed E6 for a long time because I was like, I know once I make E7, like.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you just try to avoid all the shit that you're not used to. And like I remember me and you were talking about that stuff, like about like where you're at now and everything. And it's like all you guys are just trying to do is just find people that can work and want to work, and it's like hard to find now.
Oh, for sure. And I had no idea about that. Like it was a trip getting out and getting my first civilian job because I was like, oh, I should just go right back to work. And so I took a couple months off while I was on terminal leave, and I got a job, doing at like a warehouse. I'm like, I'll be low. Like I'll be able to just go to work and do work and not have to worry about all the politics and drama, but it turned out to not be that way. And so I quickly just was like, oh shit, I'm a civilian now. I could quit this job. And so I was like, who do I talk to resign? They were like, for what? And I was like, because I'm done. Like I'll put my 2 weeks in and I'll go do something else. And that's when I was like, what do I really want to do? And I started Googling like veteran personal training, fitness type stuff. And that's where I came across like FitOps and University of Health and Performance that I've talked to you. And so long about.
We have to hit on that, bro. Like, because I know we have like a lot of like veteran guys that listen to the pod and everything. So we have to hit on that because that's an opportunity that I would love to fucking take. This. And it's just, at this point where I'm at in my life and all the things going on, it's just fucking hard to get to that. But the opportunity is crazy of what they're offering veterans and stuff. So like, if you could fucking talk about that, bro.
And the training and the alumni support and just, I'm going to throw this out there now in case I forget it later. If you're a veteran and you're listening to this and you want to figure out like something to do with health and wellness, fitness, or you just don't know where to go and you're looking for opportunities, please hit me up. Like I'll give you a call. Like we could talk about it. If you're close enough, we'll go meet somewhere and talk about it. Like there's just so many opportunities out there for veterans that I don't think people are taking advantage of just because they just don't know. Like they don't know what they don't know, right?
Exactly. And we'll put your like your contact info and your your social media and all that stuff, email in the show notes so that if they want to get a hold of you, because like for real, like that opportunity alone, just that is just it's fucking insane, bro.
It's huge.
It's so crazy. Like if especially like a lot of the guys that come out and they're still into fitness and stuff like that and health. Great opportunity.
Dude, it's ridiculous not to do it. Like unless of course you have other obligations that you need to take care of, which is like I give you a pass.
I know you want to give me shit all the time about it. I fucking I want to go. Oh my god.
I know you do. And you'll get down there eventually, right? When the time is right.
Yeah, for damn sure.
So it's not going anywhere. It's only getting bigger.
Exactly. Like, that's what I keep seeing too. Because I follow them on Instagram and I just keep seeing like there's so much stuff is popping up there. More and more students, more and more classes are popping up. So I'm like, dude, at some point I have to get that technical knowledge.
So going back to how I found them and how I applied, and they give you a call. It's a short interview. They just want to make sure that you're not just coming down there to like use your veteran status to get a free 3 weeks of meal and training and not apply it because you're taking away from someone else who really wants to. Because there's limited spots per class. And they offer certified personal training, which is a 3-week course, and integrative health coaching, which is 2.5 to 3 weeks, depending on, I think if you have been there before or not. I don't know if they're still like, they started doing where like they're allowing people that didn't go to the certified personal training course to go to the IHC course. So they stay a little bit longer, which is the one I went down and helped with back in, I believe it was February. And top of the line training, like the people that are down there that they have on staff are some of the best people you'll ever meet in the world. It's like, I mean, I'll get a little choked up because, like, you know, a lot of times in the military, you're just like constantly being told, like, your opinion doesn't matter, just do this, get it done. Nobody cares how you get it done. And like, you get down there and you get people that actually want to hear, you know, what you have to say, hear your story, that show empathy, which is not something that a lot of people are familiar with, not just, you know, from being in the military, but from our background too. Like growing up, like a lot of us are just told, like, shut your mouth unless you have something really important to say, and it better be important,
especially
like,
as Islanders.
So, they house you down there. They have lodging. They have chefs on staff, cater to your diet. Like if you have a special, like if you're vegan, vegetarian, gluten intolerant, you don't eat this, don't eat that. They cater their meals to you.
That's crazy.
Like it's like,
that's crazy.
It's insane, dude. Like the first few days I was down there, like I just sat there like soaking it all in. Like I didn't talk much because I was still too kind of like sketchy. Like, what's going on here? Is this a cult? Like,
running this shit.
Yeah. Why is everyone seem so caring? Like nobody cares about me.
Nobody actually gives a shit about the people around. What are you guys doing?
But it's legit, man. So I finished the certified personal training course, and along with that, like there is like they offer like there's business classes. So if you want to start your own personal training, if you don't want to go work for like the big box gyms and you want to do it on your own, they set you up for success, and it's just like something that everyone should be taking advantage of. That's something that they're interested in. Health coaching was the second course that I went down there for, and I was kind of like, I don't know what's a health coach, life coach, like what is this? And you know, I'm used to like people just like coming to me with their problems, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna give out my toolkit, I'm gonna fix it for you. It's not what it's about. Like it's about holding up a mirror to somebody and showing them that they have the tools themselves to like change their behavior and like fix their shit. Like don't always have to rely on other people like fixing your shit for you, that you can actually do it yourself. And it's super powerful. Like we do these things called triads down there, and it's where we sit in groups and like somebody's coaching, somebody's the client, and then there's like mentors on the side. And like it's pretty intense. And you know, another thing too that we're not always like comfortable with is like silence. Like like it's awkward. It's called awkward silence for a reason, right? It's like super awkward. We're like letting someone say something and then having them just sit in it and them thinking about it. It's like super powerful, man. Like it's not something I would have gotten anywhere else, but going down there and getting that training and being around those people that just like level, man, like in the last 3 years, like leveled up like crazy.
Just would you say just because of the course and just being around that group of people?
Yeah, you're in a place where everybody wants you to succeed, right? Like a lot of times, you know, we may have people we know, we may even call them friends, like they may even be family, and it's like they sound like they want you to do good, right? Like they want you to do good, but just not better than them.
Exactly.
Which is heartbreaking, right? It's like
it sucks.
You know, you have a small win, or like you just under 4 hour marathon, right? Like you want people to cheer for you, like something that was hard, like, and we should cheer for you. Like you guys have created something for us that we can rep like hard, like the sweatshirt with the pillars. Like how many of those? Like
dude, you bought so many of those, and you're just handing
them out because it's something that I believe in. Like it was in my mind. You guys put it on something, like, and I think I told you like one of the first times we met, we talked about it. Me and Vince were like, dude, we got to do something, like, and then I saw Wilson on the podcast and I was like, oh, what is this? Like, and then I started getting into it. I was like, oh, shit, it's already done, dude. My job's easy now. I just got to support.
So you had the idea already too. You were basically thinking about
like, how do we put it together? But then you guys had it already. So like, you know, my job's easy now, man. All I gotta do is like,
you can tell you fucking wear it as much as we do. Like, you know, you're repping it just like we are all the time, and you're bringing people along, and you're just sharing the same message that we're sharing. You know, doing the same shit.
And so there's like, it's funny, man. I feel like not necessarily like a salesman, but like if you run into me and you meet me for the first time, it's usually gonna be, I'm gonna talk about UHP, University of Health and Performance. I'm gonna talk about the We Defy Foundation, which is another thing that I'm an ambassador for, and I'm gonna talk about Nesian built, like, and then like if we got time, I'm gonna tell you about giant lifting, like where I'm gonna try to slang you some bumper plates. Like,
it's a dealer out here.
It's like I'm just trying to like, man, I really just want people to win, like especially our people. And so it shows the youth. Like I got kids, man. Like, like one of the reasons why like I just hit 47. Like, I've had a ton of injuries, dude. Like,
Yeah.
5 knee surgeries, multiple shoulder surgeries, my back issues. But I'm always doing something to try to stay strong because I have a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, I got kids. I got my daughters in their 20s, dude. Like, what if they have kids? And like, I don't want to be the grandfather that's like, oh, I can't play with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Broken.
Yeah, I'm broken. Or even I'm not gonna outsource playing with my kid to somebody else.
Yeah. That's
I might as well just go like
Mm.
off somewhere and just
not just. I just won't be here.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks again for tuning in to another episode. If you enjoyed the Nesian Build podcast and you want to help us spread the word, it'd help us out a lot if you leave us a review, a rating, a like, a subscribe, even a share on any platform that you're listening on. Again, we really appreciate your time. Let's get back to the episode.
yeah,
I don't want to
yeah,
fucking be here.
yeah.
Yeah, I totally get that, bro. So what do you like? You just talked about the injuries and stuff, but first I want to go back to like it's like UHP stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
bro. Like so what I understand, and just so for clarification for anybody listening, if they seek the opportunity, UHP, it's all you have to pay for to get there after being accepted
Mhm.
is your flight there and back, right?
So some things that have recently come up was that they got approved to take the GI Bill,
And that too,
and
yeah.
so a month of your GI Bill, because
Mhm.
a lot of people can't do it because they don't have, PTO.
Yeah,
like
can't
they don't want to
miss
miss work. But now, like if you use the month of GI Bill, you get the BAH.
Mhm.
And then I'm like I don't know for sure, but I can check out if there's still just scholarship and people, so that you would have to pay for your flight down to Arkansas, which is not expensive.
Yeah,
When I first went for the certified personal training course, I didn't pay a dime, dude.
no shit.
Like they flew me down. I was like, this has to be like
Yeah,
sketchy. Like
There's a catch somewhere.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't bring a knife. Like
it's too good to be
Yeah.
fucking true, bro. Yeah.
Keep my nail clipper open. Like I'm about to.
So what do you think is like the biggest, like from like before you go in there, right?
Mhm.
And obviously you've been like, around, fitness, health and
Yep.
stuff for a long time, like in the military and all that
Mhm.
stuff. And jujitsu and
Yep.
everything like that too. That's all part of it, right? What do you think is like the biggest, like if someone was to start, right?
Mhm.
Like they're gonna start fucking working out or trying
Yep.
to take care of themselves
Yep.
or something like that. Like as someone that's certified and
Yep.
knows these things now, like what is the first simplest thing that you would possibly like share to them so that they can start?
So very, very, very first thing is like you would want to go see your doctor,
Mm.
get approved to like be exercising, and like just so you don't have like pre-existing heart condition or something that's gonna like be like go wrong while you're trying to like exercise.
Mhm.
Once you're approved to work out, I would seek like either like a gym that offers, or even just a person that offers like personal training,
Mhm.
that's certified dietitian, because everyone's different, right?
Mhm.
Like we see these fad diets like come
Yeah.
and go, and everyone's like, oh, I'm gonna go keto for
Mhm.
a week. Oh, I'm gonna go carnivore for a week. Oh, I'm gonna go like juice.
Mhm.
Like what? Like, are you just looking for temporary results? Like,
Exactly.
what are you doing? Like, are you? A lot of people are like, their only thing is they just like, oh, I just want to lose weight.
Yeah.
Like losing weight's easy, dude.
Mhm.
Like we could go sweat off 20 pounds like tonight,
Yeah.
like dehydrate the shit out of ourselves, and we're gonna lose water weight, right?
Yeah.
But it's gonna come right back on.
Yeah. Real quick.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you gotta think like, start changing that mindset to like, I want to lose fat,
Mhm.
or I want to build muscle, or like stop being so obsessed with like the scale.
Mhm.
Like there's people that just like every day they weigh themselves like multiple times, and they understand that their body weight like fluctuates, right?
Mhm.
Like you can't expect to like wake up and that's the lightest you're gonna be all day.
Mhm.
Like you're gonna be putting stuff inside your body. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what do you think that stuff is just free?
Yeah.
Like it's not.
It
it's
goes
not
in
free.
and it goes nowhere. Like,
Yeah,
it just
like
fucking-
it's just imaginary. And then
Yeah.
there's the people that like they weigh themselves like, oh, I like this way. I don't want to go any higher, so I'm not gonna eat today. Like, what are you doing? You're not gonna put any fuel in your body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's insane.
Yeah.
And the first thing people can do is just start moving more, man. Like it's so simple to just like move more.
Mhm.
Like when you got to think like, what are you doing when you sit down? You're doing a squat, right? You sit on the toilet, you're squatting.
Mhm.
Stand up, you're doing the other side of the squat, like hinging, like you're bending down, like to pick up something.
Mhm.
Carrying groceries, you're doing farmer's carries. Like you just need to be like moving more.
Yeah.
And building, working on building and keeping your strength.
Mhm.
Like, because the saying is true, dude. Like, if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it.
Mm.
And
Facts.
it's like it's insane. People are like, "Oh, I can't afford to eat healthy. I can't afford to go to the gym." It's like, can you afford medical bills when you get
Yeah.
like sick?
You're gonna make
Yeah.
that happen.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, you're gonna
know?
make that happen,
Yeah.
dude. We were just talking about like
Yep.
how much am I like? I said my shoulder surgery cost like 93. I just had my second shoulder surgery back in October of last year.
Mhm.
I got the bill, dude, $93,000.
That's
And my
insane.
copay was $71, dude. I was like, ready to sell a car.
Yeah.
Starting donating plasma.
Yeah, it's like for real, right? Like imagine if you don't have the insurance.
Imagine if you don't have that insurance. And dude, that was my second.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts, bro.
On top of 5 knee surgeries.
So you're talking about almost 200,000, fucking $500,000 in surgeries.
Yeah.
If you didn't have insurance.
Yeah.
But you weren't willing
I
to
probably
pay.
wouldn't have gotten them. And I would just be limited in what I do throughout my day.
Mhm.
Like, I got my right shoulder fixed in March of 2021. It took a long time to rehab because it was like tore up. Like I had just avoided it.
Yeah.
I first started having issues with it in 2005. Was the first time I went to the doctor. Was like, something's wrong with my shoulder. They were like, you're gonna have to get surgery. And I was like, man, I can't afford to miss work. I don't want to get, put in that. I was so worried about getting put in that, like, oh, that's that shit, Bird Brian. Like he's always hurt. Like
sick call worry.
Yes, yeah. Always a sick call, always SIQ, or getting put in the gym, handing out towels, like
I've fucking seen that too, bro. It happens. It's crazy.
Like it's nuts, right? And once you get labeled that, it's hard. Like it doesn't matter how much good stuff you did before that.
It's all gone.
It's all gone.
Yeah.
And the one bad thing becomes your identity.
Exactly. Yeah, bro.
And so
100%.
I was like, oh fuck it, just power through it, right? That's what I was taught. Like just suck it up.
Yeah.
Like and so I did that.
Yeah. And then look where it fucking led you, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you're talking about. Like it's like this idea of like I'm only willing to sacrifice if I have to.
Yeah.
Or when I have to.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, okay, because it's convenient for me not to right now to go to the gym and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's okay, I won't.
Yeah.
But until it comes to the point where I have to, because the doctor told me I'm sick, I have diabetes, I have fucking heart problems.
Yeah.
Then I'll go. And that's why wait till.
But some people don't.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, where's my medication?
Exactly.
Like, oh, me, like I can't do this guy. I got type dude, if I have one more homeboy get gout, I'm gonna fucking chop my own foot off. Like it's like it's insane, dude. Like
that's just as common as breathing nowadays, bro.
Yeah. Also too, man, like I just turned 47, dude. Like, and I know I can name off the top of my head like a handful right now, like people that I know around my age that have died.
Yeah.
From heart issues. Like like if you're not going, at least go once a year, please.
Yeah.
To the doctor and get your physical done.
Yeah.
Like this whole thing of like, staying away from the doctor. Oh, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you have kids, like shame on you, dude.
Yeah.
Like don't be, you're being greedy.
It's,
like,
it's selfish. It's
selfish,
just, it's hella selfish. But just fucking think about yourself.
Yeah,
because then that shit happens, right?
Yeah.
Fucking, you just passed and you don't even know, or something. Something serious happens and you don't even fucking know why. But you could have found out a year ago
easily.
Yeah. Just fucking. Gosh, so shitty.
Selfish and prideful.
Yeah.
Because that sucks for someone to tell you that you're doing bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can also see why people don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I was actually just messaging my friend. He's back home in Saipan. Really good friend of mine. I grew up with him and everything. And I made a post this morning. And it's just because of like just the way people think and the way they behave off of stuff. And it's just like people will rely so much on. This is what I basically told them. I was like, it's just sad to see our people, especially back home, just passing away left and right, and they talk about it like it's so normal and it's so fucked up. But it's like the issue is not. It's not about taking care of ourselves. It's about relying on the doctors and the medication. Like you were just talking about. Like let's rely on the doctors and the medication to fix our problems. That shit's not gonna fix the problem. Like if those things fix the problem, then if those things fix the problem, then there wouldn't be money involved. That's much money involved in fucking pharmaceuticals and all that shit, right? But because there's money involved, you should understand that they're not trying to like cure. I'm not saying everybody's like this. I'm saying there's a business. It's a business. So
dude, there's no money in curing cancer.
Yeah, I guarantee there's something that can cure cancer, right? But why put it out? Because then we fucking losing a bunch of money, right? So it's just that, like, once you understand that if you take care of yourself, you have a better chance than fucking, just getting the knowledge of taking care of yourself, eating better, just moving more, just simple stuff, drinking more water, stuff like that. And then how all the foods that are sold to you are basically fucking poison.
Yeah,
and they allow it to be sold in grocery stores and stuff like that. Just knowing those things, then you know that the business side of pharmaceuticals and, medical and stuff like that, that's to get a lot of money generated into their pockets. It's not about taking care of you, because if they could cure you, they would have already done it. You know what I mean?
And they'd be out of a job.
The business be too fucking perfect. So they keep it going by finding ways to keep bringing you back with other things. So they give you something that'll cause another issue on the side, and then you got to come back for that. So
they make a pill for something, but then they find out it does something else, or it does something else. So they start marketing it as
That's that. Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just, yeah, bro. It's, I don't know, it's just so fucking sad. And that's just like me talking to him about that, like telling him those things. It's just like, dude, we're so far off from knowing where the fuck we need to be, bro.
Yeah.
And it's just like sad because it's our people that are
Yeah.
really struggling with it. It's because it's just like, it's not common. And then when
No.
you are, right, like when
Yeah.
you are that person that does that, they fucking talk down on you.
Yeah.
Like,
oh,
you know, why?
yeah. Why?
It's like, why be that person? Like, I'm trying to not die so soon.
Yeah.
And it's like a normal thing for us to be passing at 60,
Mhm.
70 years old, while everybody else, it seems like. And then, you know, they say it's I'm not even gonna say fucking colors, that shit.
Yeah.
But they say that's what they do, you know?
Yeah.
They live to 100 years old, but we're not willing to do the shit some of the shit that they do to live until 100
It's a
years old.
mindset, and
Yeah.
like, it's how do we get people to change their mindset
Mhm.
and see the benefits of actually being more healthy and taking care of themselves and not relying so much on other people to help take care of them.
Mhm.
Like, it's crazy to think about, but it's like it might seem easy for us, like, but it's like, how do we get other people to think like that too?
Yeah. I always fucking think it's just like over time, just showing it and, you know, just showing, you know, your results and how you live and, you know, because it's not like it's, because I think people think of it too drastically sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I got to go do
Mhm.
so much of this, where it's just a thing where do little simple things first, and then it kind of builds off of that, you know, where those little simple things get so easy, where
Yeah.
the walking gets
Yeah.
easier. So, okay, I want to run. So, you
Yeah.
know, and it just keeps building off of that. But anything like, oh, I got to go fucking run a marathon.
I gotta go
right away.
Dick's. I gotta go spend $200 on running shoes.
Yeah.
And like, I gotta get running shorts that are for running. Like,
Yeah.
like, or like anything else, or
Yeah.
like, it's just like, no, just get up and do it. Like,
Yeah.
start moving more.
With what you have, like
Yeah.
whatever you have your fucking body. That's
Yeah.
all you really need is your body. You can just get moving. And whatever you have in the refrigerator, all those things,
Throw it away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
bad shit, definitely throw it away. There's so much fucking shit. If whatever you're eating has more than like 15 fucking ingredients, then it's
Yeah.
probably bad for you. Like, that's
And two, the thing that's tricky is like, you can't always, you know, the way they market those things, low fat, low sugar, like zero sugar. But what is a substitute?
Yeah. Why is it sweet?
Yeah,
still?
why is it still super sweet? Like,
Yeah.
why does my Dr.
going
Pepper
on there?
Zero taste like a full ass, like 100% Dr. Pepper? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Dude, I
Something else
fucking
going on.
like my youngest son Chance fucking loves Coke, bro. So I
Yeah.
had to completely pull him off of that.
yeah,
Because we went to go get food way back home, and then it's like, oh, Daddy, I wanted a Coca-Cola. I didn't get a Coca-Cola. It's like, all right. So he's like, oh, we'll stop by 7-Eleven and get you a Coke. But I walked in there and I almost didn't buy it. I was like, dude, I looked at that. It said 56 grams of sugar in just a regular bottle of. That is just a ridiculous amount of sugar in a bottle
Yeah.
of soda,
Yeah.
bro. And I was like, this is the last time you're drinking this. There's no way I can let you keep doing this, dude. That's like me letting you kill yourself. That is so fucking bad.
Yeah.
You know, and we grew up not even thinking about it.
Oh, for
you
sure.
know?
Yeah.
I wasn't even really a big soda drinker, but I was all about that Mountain Dew Code Red.
Yeah.
That was for damn sure.
I was the
Jeez.
high C
The
orange
worst of
guy.
the worst,
Icy
almost.
orange?
High C orange.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Then I got a job at McDonald's when I was a teenager. It was over. Like, high C orange all day.
Holy shit.
Like,
Yeah,
and
High
then
C
I started
orange.
And you're
getting.
eating McDonald's?
I started. Well, I wasn't. You know, I got creative, man. Like, when I worked at McDonald's, I wouldn't eat the regular menu stuff. I was making up my own stuff.
Oh, yeah. Are you the creator of the McGangbanger?
No, but I created the. I
heck
want to
is
say I
that?
created like the chicken Big Mac.
Chicken Big Mac.
Yeah.
Oh, so instead of burger patties?
Instead of
it's
burger
chicken-
patties, I had chicken patties
with
and
the
like
mac
ketchup.
sauce.
And
Oh, shit.
Dang.
You don't know what a McGangbanger
No, I don't know
is?
what the heck that is.
You bum.
The gangbanger? It sounds
Bro, because this is when you're
a
broke.
little
you know?
questionable.
It's when you're broke, bro. The college days, bro.
Okay.
You got to get as much as you can for as little as you can, right? You're just taking a fucking McDouble and
Okay.
a fucking McChicken and you
Oh,
that
okay.
shit with
Together.
Mac
Yeah,
sauce, right?
okay.
At some,
yeah,
That's
oh,
hilarious.
it's something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time since I've eaten McDonald's. So.
yeah,
But yeah, that was the shit.
yeah.
But yeah, man, fucking all right, back to health. Back to being healthy. But the injury stuff, bro. Like
Mhm.
so like that's a big thing that I think it almost got me.
Yeah.
Like, that was an issue that I had. I was
Shit.
deadlifting one time. This was
Yeah.
like fucking I think right before I got out the army, or right after I got out active duty. It was like 2015 or
Mhm.
something like that. I was deadlifting and I was trying to learn how to deadlift
Yeah.
literally, and it wasn't even that much weight. And hurt my back.
Yep.
That's when sciatica started,
Yeah.
all that shit, right? sciatica. Like that's the old people sign.
Yeah,
like,
that shit don't
that's
play
what-
either.
Yeah, bro, it doesn't fucking
Like when it happens, you know, it's gonna be at least 2 weeks before I can stand up straight again.
yeah, yeah,
Like-
bro, it was so painful. Like I fucking never been hurt like that. Like all the years active duty, like I get like a fucking nick or something like
Yeah.
that. It's get fucked up a little bit, but I can just keep pushing.
Yeah.
But this one, bro, I fucking felt that, and I was like, oh my god. And then I was like, all right, I'm done deadlifting. I'm gonna go do some push-ups. I couldn't even do push-ups.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is bad. Like this is real bad. So that kept me from doing a lot of shit for
Yeah,
a long time,
yeah.
just dealing with that stuff. Like I wasn't running for a long time, and you just start seeing the weights coming on
Yeah,
and weights
yeah.
piling up, and that's the thing that I think messes with a lot of people. Like
Mhm.
once you get injured, especially when you
Mhm.
once you hit 30
Yeah.
and stuff like that, you're like, all right, it's time. I'm breaking down. Like time to fucking sit out now, you know,
Yeah.
and just go ahead and drink and eat shit and all that. Like all the injuries that you've had, like serious injuries too, obviously surgeries
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
Like what was your way of like overcoming all that and like getting right back to it when you could?
So part of the problem with why I've had 5 knee surgeries is because like the doctor would be okay, like finish physical therapy, you can resume normal activity. I'm straight back to the mat, dude.
Mm.
Like training jujitsu that night,
Okay.
like
Well,
100%.
yeah.
And I'm like,
You're
this is
fucking-
normal activity for me, right? Like I didn't think that
Yeah.
he was like, no, I'm just talking about like walking, swimming, and I'm like, well, you should have said that.
Yeah.
that's
so
why
fuck-
that's why my first and second and my third and fourth knee surgeries were like, I had my first and second knee surgery within 4 months of each other,
Yeah.
and then my third and fourth were like back to back.
Holy shit. Fucking wow.
And then they threw a fifth one in there like a year later, just because I'd compensated so much on one side that
Mm.
it tore up.
Oh, yeah.
And you were like rolling through
Yeah,
all
just-
it?
dude,
Holy
I used to
shit.
think I had a trick knee. It was a joke in the gym, like, oh, watch Brian, like his knee's gonna get locked and then he's gonna kick it and it's gonna pop.
Holy shit, dude.
Until one day it didn't pop, it didn't come back.
Oh.
Like it swelled up like a basketball.
No shit.
And I was like, they were like, dude, you got to go straight to the hospital. I was like, oh yeah, cool. I got in the car, went home, and I called my boy down the street, and I was like, hey man, come fix my knee, like, cause he was the one who used to come to the gym and like he would grab my foot,
Mhm.
pull my leg straight, and it would pop back. And he came over, and my knee was, I couldn't even see my kneecap, dude. It just looked like a ball of fluid sitting on my knee.
Damn.
And he was like, you have to go to the hospital, and I'm like, fuck.
You couldn't get
He's
it?
like, I
No, he
couldn't
couldn't get
this
it.
time.
But while I was having like this thing where I was like, oh, I got a trick knee, like watch this. I did, half marathon.
Mm.
I was doing jiu-jitsu all the time. Was playing softball. Like it was just like, just suck it up, dude. Like that's what we did back in the day, right?
And then look what happened.
Yeah, and then look what happens.
Yeah.
So you need to like, when things like that happen, you need to actually be aware and like get it checked out. And so after that, I started doing like, okay, I should probably get these checked out. I should probably take it easy, not go back to what my normal like version of working out is,
Yeah.
and like follow the doctor's like protocol. So like with my shoulder, was the first time I think I really listened to the doctor,
Mhm.
followed the protocol, physical therapy, exercises at home, slowly getting back into like lifting. And it's perfect now, man. Like I could throw baseball, throw football,
Mhm.
and it doesn't hurt too much.
Yeah.
You know,
You're still gonna feel it.
I still
like,
feel it.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's my shoulder's it's not the same, man. It's
But
like
the
it's,
motherfucker won't hang though. Like you know.
yeah, yeah. And with my left shoulder, like it's never gonna be how it was before.
Mhm.
Like they relocated my bicep tendon into my chest. It doesn't go up in my shoulder anymore.
No shit.
So they dropped it down. So that's why like my bicep on my left arm it's a little deformed.
No shit.
But it's one of those things, man. I'd rather deal with that than actually deal with the pain of what I had. Like it was to the point where it was like bad.
Yeah.
That shoulder surgery I had last October was rotator cuff, labrum, and bicep tendon. All
What are you, like, not tapping out in jujitsu? Or?
no,
Yeah,
it's
just
just
fucking-
overuse, man. Like
Dang, yeah, that's
I
crazy.
played sports growing up as a kid, football, baseball, got into softball, running, jujitsu, like just all the other extra shit you do in the
Yeah.
military. Like,
Yeah.
It's just
like
the wear
it's
and
just
tear.
wear and tear. It's just
Yeah.
like overuse, and eventually, like they just,
Yeah.
not everybody's Wolverine.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. But you've been doing jiu-jitsu for a long ass time though too. So that's a
I have.
right. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you're black belt, right?
I am. Yep.
See,
I got my
I
black
mean-
belt a couple years ago. After it was at that point, it was like 17, almost 18 years of pretty consistent training.
Yeah. So he almost forgot. He
Wow.
almost didn't mention that he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. You know?
Dang, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those things, man. Like I fell in love with it. Like, really fell in love with it. Like starting around 2005, 2006, and when I went to Guam and I was training there, it was like, man, I might just get out of the military and do this.
Yeah,
Like even
yeah.
though there's no money involved. Like I was like, how could I make this like my work?
Mhm.
And it just, It wasn't realistic.
Yeah.
And so
I mean, at least at the time.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean at the time,
I
yeah.
feel like now jiu-jitsu is like
Now,
really big right
it
now.
is,
Right?
yeah.
It's like really like a growing thing. Cause I mean, we go out to those tournaments, bro.
yeah.
They're fucking massive. But no, that's just like something I really want. I wanted to kind of bring up because
Yeah.
like I give a lot of props to, and I fucking respect the shit out of people that can like stick it out
Yeah.
and go on that journey and not give up, and because fuck it, that's a long time. Work that long, be skilled, learn everything they have to learn
Yeah.
to be get to that point.
And besides the fun parts of like, choking people and,
Mhm.
armbar and
Yeah.
all that stuff, like what jiu-jitsu really taught me was like just dealing with pressure, which is something that helped me huge, like in the military.
Mhm.
Because you know how it is when you got a guy that's like probably got picked on through his whole, school career.
And he outranks you.
And now he outranks you and he's like telling you what to do, pretty much telling you like, try me.
Yeah.
Like, and you can't say shit.
Yeah.
Like I just like gave me like I was always like calm. People are like, how are you so calm? It's like, well, I deal with pressure like on a nightly basis. I'm trying not to die with some
Yeah.
kid choking the shit out of me. Like
Real pressure.
real
too.
pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real pressure.
Yeah.
I fucking so much respect for like, because I mean that's for like driving through 20 years, in the military, then all your years doing jiu-jitsu to get black belt, right? And that's all hard shit, like tough stuff you have to deal with for a long time. But that's also like your mentality that you were talking about, where it's just like, fuck it, dude, suck it up and drive on. Like that's
dude, I know, like even being a black belt, I know when I go to the gym and I train, there's a 19, 20-year-old blue belt who's gonna kick my ass at night.
Mm-hmm. I hear that a lot from
like it's crazy, man. Or there's a 150-pound female that's gonna, take all her anger out from the work day on you. Like I've met some really hard women in jiu-jitsu, and it's like, man, I feel sorry for whoever does her wrong.
Yeah. What do you think like the biggest like lessons? Because I mean, like it's definitely something that's growing, and I think it's definitely something that's needed, especially for like generations that are like coming up now. Like how they're just so unaware of real shit that the world brings to you, and I think jiu-jitsu is one of those things that can bring that fucking awareness to you. Like,
it really teaches like humility.
Yeah,
like it's insane. Like a lot of people, right? They don't want to ever admit that they're wrong or that they don't know what they're talking about. Or ask questions. It's like, dude, I ask questions to people all the time. I brought a notebook here, dude. 'Cause I was like, it's like I might something I need to write down. Like I'm like lifelong learning, like is a huge thing for me. And having like a white belt mentality all the time is just another thing that's like always willing to learn and be taught by anybody. Like it doesn't matter like all the stuff that I've been through. Like somebody who's just starting, they might have a different point of view or an idea, or they may have gone through something else. You can always be learning, like
something that could help you.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's definitely like one of the fucking like the getting humbled, right?
Yeah.
Like that's definitely one of the first things I fucking learned doing that was, bro, the smallest dude could fucking wrap you up and just throw your ass, like, and just the strongest fucking grips, like just shit.
Dude,
like
these
that.
kids nowadays that have been doing jiu-jitsu since they were 4 or 5 and now they're like 18. Like I'm not even trying. Like I'm good.
They're
like
nuts,
I'm gonna sit here and cheer, like clap for you. Like I don't. I'm good. Like I don't need that smoke. Like my back don't need that smoke. My arms don't need it. My knees don't need it for sure.
Respect.
Yeah,
that's it. We're good. But yeah, dude, fucking all those years of doing that, and then just going through all your so like after the surgery, like I mean, I don't know how long was it to you said, all right, I'm not gonna keep going back to jiu-jitsu, and then fucking after getting a surgery and shit like that.
Dude, like you always go back, man.
Just like fuck it, dude.
You always go back, man.
Oh shit.
Like after I had my last shoulder surgery, right? So I had my shoulder surgery in October. November, early November is Veterans Day, right?
Yeah.
So for the CrossFitters out there, Chad 1000. So it's like 1,000 step ups with a weighted vest.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Dude, I did it with my sling and a weighted vest, and I was gonna do it alone, but I shot a text out to the group because we have like some texts with some like trying to get people to work out, and everyone's like, oh, is there a workout tonight? Whole nother story with the gym that we got going on down in South Hill. And so I had some help, and so I didn't have to do it alone, but still like I was gonna do it alone. I was prepared to do it alone, but have family there to do it with me. And so I had my sling, had my arm in a sling, had my vest on tight, and we did some step ups that night. It's like even though my shoulder hurts, my legs are fine. Like,
Yeah.
you could do like just because you can find a way to like work around your injuries if you really want to.
Yeah. They say, oh shit, Brian's in a sling. We don't want him to be in the fucking cast too with his damn knee. So let's help him out.
Yeah.
Like, his fucking knee fall out again.
How high is the step up?
So the box I think was 20.
20 inches?
Yeah, I think it was 20 inches, 20 or 24. I forget what we had flipped to. But it was like 20 or 24.
He's asking because if he was to do it, he's gonna ask for the 6-inch one.
Yeah, small step. Can I get a small?
The squatty potty. Want to get the squatty potty out?
Just put a fucking piece of plywood over it.
Nah, dude. If you run a half marathon, dude, you could do it if you wanted to, man. Like,
No, I got a flashback from working out with this guy. Though.
Yeah.
Remember those step ups we used to do on that little that box?
Yeah.
Oh man,
You
whenever we did bodyweight stuff, oh
Uh,
man, I dreaded it with this
yeah.
guy. It hurt.
This was before this was the post workout chow down stuff.
Yeah,
It
this
Yeah.
is
was
before
both,
the
like-
running.
Yeah, before all the running
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, those days hurt.
Those days was different. But shit. So we're cruising from the jujitsu stuff.
Yeah.
And I want to go into like because like you just said, you're fucking like, well, I think we all believe right here, like our most important job
Yeah.
in this world is being a father.
yes.
Like, I think that's our most important job, and you guys believe that, and everything we do is driving towards
Yeah.
the kids. And I fucking always think that the example is that, like, especially for boys, like you have a son,
Yeah.
you have a son. It's like we're the example, and then we're also the example for our daughters,
Yeah.
or like your daughters,
Yeah.
for what their man should be, similar to, like, all those things, like with your military career and like the injuries, like you're just thinking about all this stuff you're overcoming, like personally, but still trying to be there for your kids.
Yeah.
And like, how would you go about all that? Like when you're doing with your personal stuff, but you still have so much you have to do to make sure that your kids are good.
And with being in the military too, right? It's like switching from leader at work to like leader at home.
Yeah.
Right. And especially with girls, like, they got a way different dad than what my son's getting. Like my son's getting retired,
Mhm.
like go to the park, go to the pool, like dad. My girl's got like judo chop in hand, like knife edge, like
Yeah.
dad, like this is what I need you to do. Do it.
Mhm.
And if it's not done, like
That's
I'm
it.
telling your mom.
Your mom fucking take care.
And she's gonna come flying off the handle, not even knowing she's just ready to get to some shit. Like, what did these girls say? Like, what did these girls do?
Man,
Oh shit! You ready to backhand?
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
So it's difficult, right?
Mhm.
Because you want to show like a strong figure, but you also want to be empathetic to their needs. And like, I remember one time my daughter was like, she was having issues because she was having cramps from her cycle.
Mhm.
I'm like, dude, like,
It's just like he don't give a shit.
do some planks, man. Like tighten up your midsection. Like what is so like I don't get that. Like I don't know what to. But then I was like, man, I'm gonna ask. Like I need to apologize.
Yeah.
And do you need ice pack? Do you need Motrin? Like what can I do to make you feel better? But by that time, it's already like,
Yeah.
yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know.
You gotta wait a day or two.
Yeah, it's too soon.
Yeah.
Like
She's still
but-
cramping.
for sure, for sure, man. It's just one of those things, though. It's like you learn by going through it. You know what I mean? And remembering situations that happened that like I witnessed, and I mean, even with my military career, like I would have horrible fucking leadership.
Yeah.
And I would still like, I'm experiencing this, and I just know that this is not what I want to do when it's my turn to wear that hat.
Yeah.
And it kind of helped me shape like my leadership and how I treated people when I got up there. And it was my turn to like, lead from the front. And I just had, those bad experiences in the back of my head, and like trying to always be there for people and make myself available was huge too to me. Like what can I do to help you succeed? Like, what do you need? Like from me that can help you be your best version of yourself.
Yeah.
And so I did that with my kids too. Like our job as parents, right, is to like set our kids up for success. Like whatever we got to do. Like we went from Hawaii to New York for my last duty station, and the schools where we were living at, like everyone was like, don't send your kids to that public school. And I was like, well, what do I got to do? I never envisioned having to like send my kids to private school or be like in that crowd. But we ended up being there, and I didn't even care. Like, I was like, I don't care how much it costs. Like, I want my daughter's 2 years away from graduating and going off to college. I need to set her up for success. And I feel like I accomplished that. And I did the easy part. I just had to pay for it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she did all the work,
but
I put her in that situation to do it.
Yeah, because that's like a thing. Like some people be like, "Oh, it costs too much. You have to go to the public school and just deal with it." And it's like that's a bad environment. I mean, if it's a bad environment, it's a bad environment. Like you're really like hoping that your 16-year-old can really like defend themselves and get out of that without you around all the time, and it's like you hope they would, but at the same time, why are you banking on that when there's a better situation you can put them in? Yeah, for sure.
And especially when they're that close to those are the years that count, right? When they're wanting to go off to college, like the high school years are the ones that they're trying to do well in, so they can get into the college that they want to go to. Yeah. So why not? Like, I mean, I've been telling my wife, I was like, dude, it's gonna suck, like, but we're gonna do it.
Yeah. And you just put them in an environment so that they can get to where they want to be.
For sure.
Because I think some people too, like when they say like, we like you say we want to set our kids up for success, right? But sometimes people like will misconstrue that and take it to the point where I'm gonna make sure I create all this stuff and then or all this money, put all this money away, and then give it to my kids. Like, no, they didn't earn that. Like that's not for me in my head. That's not a way that I would want to. I would want to.
Too. Have you taught your kids about finance?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think they're gonna do with that money when you just hand it to them?
And they didn't earn it. They didn't work for it.
They didn't work for it. Yeah.
So they're gonna blow that, and then you just waste it. It's kind of like when they talk about businesses, like when a dad or a grandfather builds a business. As soon as you hand that shit off, if that kid wasn't there with you when you're building that, they fucking tank the whole business. Yeah. So it's like one of those that idea of just trying to help them, put them in a good situation, but then also knowing like what also on the other side will help would help them self-destruct if you didn't put them in the right situation. But was your dad like your dad was in the army, right?
So my dad was in the army, and then he went back to work for the army after he retired. So
straight up civilian too.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so my dad was 11 Bravo infantry. He was also a drill sergeant in Fort Benning. So that's but my dad loved golf, dude.
Oh, for real?
Like love. That's how he got So, short story about my dad. He was born in a cave in Saipan during the war, right? My grandmother's Japanese friends were hiding them. After Saipan, they went to Yap because my grandfather's from Yap. Then they went back to Saipan, and I believe that's when they went to Guam. When my dad was a teenager, he used to caddy for the military officers at the golf course, and they were like, if you want to get off of here, like when you're old enough, join the military. So that's what him and his boys did. They joined the army.
So they joined out of Saipan?
Yeah.
No shit.
No, actually they were in Guam.
Okay.
And then like my dad's first duty station was in Hawaii. That's where he became a U.S. citizen. And eventually somehow makes it to California. And it's where he met my mom. That whole thing happened. But he retired 24 years. And then he went back to work for the army. But he loved golf, dude. Like, but I would have loved it too, but when he was trying to teach me when I was young, he was like drill sergeant. I want to hear that. Just like, and it was even too like when I played baseball. Yeah. The bleachers would have like everybody sitting over here, and my dad would be by himself because like I'm first sergeant's kid, right? Yeah. Like just getting yelled at, like the whole. Even the coach is like, yo, that's first sergeant's kid. Like he can handle it. Yeah. So it's like nobody wants to learn in that environment. What I mean?
I still really struggle with that, man. Like, well, I'm not like a public guy, like yelling at my kids in public like that. But I will fucking.
As soon as you get to that car, boy,
in the car, and it sucks because it's like I don't want to, like we've talked about this before, where I don't want to like get on him too much to where he hates it, and sometimes I do, and I know I do. I'm aware of it. Like it's like fuck, I said I went too far on that one, and it's like you don't want to go too far with it, but it's like, dude, I gotta tell you, especially when it comes to like attitude and effort and stuff. That really bothers me. So I get on him about that kind of stuff.
That is tough to separate your own feelings, to consider theirs, even though they're your own child's. Because man, sometimes and they drive you nuts.
But for sure. But even though that's why, like my son's, he's 6 right now. Got a gym already for him to start training at. When we go down to Arizona, and I was like, I don't want to, like, tell my wife, I was like, I don't want to coach him. Like, I just want to be dad. Like I don't want
Yeah.
because I don't want to have to like keep
Yeah.
taking one hat off, putting the other one on. Like especially like if it's game time. Like
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
just want to.
Separate everything from the other kids, like the way you can't treat them any different.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
There's some things that we will like. I still like strictly like believe in with the whole like participation trophy thing and
Mhm.
like that we need to have like we're discussing like winning and losing
Yeah.
like for me personally like I'm trying to get too far off what we were talking about, but like losing is important.
Yeah.
Like when especially when you're young, you need to know how bad losing sucks.
Mhm. Mhm.
And for kids that are coming up nowadays, they're just like, oh, it's not like it doesn't matter. Then why are we out here if it
Yeah.
don't matter? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
like you didn't want to be, you know, the team that lost, just because of how it felt. Like to have people call you loser, like dude, like I mean, it's you know, especially like nowadays with the climate of the world and how people talk about things like. But for something like that, when you're growing up, you need to learn that those feelings, right?
Mhm.
Like how great it feels like to win,
Mhm.
like, and when you win because you like earned it, not
Yeah.
because like
The other team just sucks.
Yeah.
Like, just terribly or something.
or because it doesn't matter, so both teams win.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to learn to deal with loss too.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
in real life, as you get older and you lose or
Yeah.
or something doesn't go your way, you won't know how to process
yeah,
that.
for sure.
And then
Yeah.
the alternative is something could be something worse. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's what you're kind of talking like getting to, right? Is like the participation trophies kind of like really fucked up kids, like
Mm.
Yeah,
or like down the road, or when they didn't get their way and they were told they
Yep.
lost or they didn't get what they wanted. That's when they just go nuts because they
Yeah.
expect already, like, no, we're on the same playing field.
Yeah.
We're in the same, like, no. There's-
or we started to get those my last few years in the military, right? Like kids that weren't around for like 9/11.
Yeah.
And also too were like the participation trophy kids. So when you're starting trying to like give them, you know, direction or give them an order, like just something like, hey, like we're working on Saturday. They're like, well, do I get Monday off?
Yeah.
It's like, nah, fool. You're in the military. Like
Yeah.
you're working Saturday and you're working Monday.
Mhm.
Like, oh, like how do I get that time back? It's like, what do you mean time back? Like you're at the clock 24/7.
24 hours,
Dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
you
Like, what do
talking
you
about.
mean? Like
Mhm.
get that time back? And I started to, you know, it started to get to me to where I was like, man, I don't know if I can. handle this shit. Like I already have my own kids.
Yeah.
Like I can't be coming to work and like, you know, parenting, you know, 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Like, but I still, you know, did it
Mhm.
to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
And, you know, and moved on. Like, but it was just a weird thing.
Yeah.
Like it's like sometimes I would just like stop. Like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, am I getting punked right now?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
is this like military punks? Like, is Ashton Kutcher about to jump out?
Like, you get to that fucking zone where it's like, dude, you can't be. It's like there's no way I'm speaking to this person the same way I speak to my kids at home.
Yeah,
Like-
and they listen at home.
Yeah. You know, bro, why am I dealing with this like
Yeah,
for a damn paycheck? You know.
yeah, for sure.
It's what's the plans for AZ, bro? Like, have you ever been out there? Like, have you?
So
ever
yeah,
lived
so
out
I've been down there for the last few weeks. But I went out. I went out a couple months ago to go check it out. My company flew me down there, gave me the grand tour, dude, and I was like, because man, I really believe too in like your environment can like
Yeah.
determine like how well you're doing, and like we do okay up here, right? But like I'm personally like I don't do good in cold weather, man. Like it just shuts me down,
Mhm.
makes it that much harder for me to want to go out and do things. So I'm looking for like some heat. And I
Yeah.
fucking found it
Get that
because
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been down there for the last few weeks and it's been like over 100.
Yeah, you're
Like,
going down to the hottest time of the
dude,
year too.
I fucking
Yeah.
love it. Like
For real.
every day, gym. Every day, like the pool is right outside of our place. Like just things to do. It's like, man, I mean, it's a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to like. There's so much like restaurants and like fusion this and
Yeah.
like. I'm a like sucker for a taco truck too.
Yeah.
Like, man, it's
Oof.
like.
but people are down there generally like pretty damn active, huh?
Yeah,
Just
there's a
the
lot.
sun
It's,
being out.
from what I've noticed, a lot of people, especially early in the morning,
Mm.
before that
Before the heat
that's
comes
all,
out.
before the heat comes out. But there's like, and too, like the company I'm working for, Giant Lifting, like shout out to them.
Yeah.
Like they offered me a spot down there, and like I snatched it up, man.
Yeah.
Like it's too good to say no. Like I'm around the stuff that I love to be around, getting to talk to people about like fitness equipment and working out and just staying active. My first day working down there, a couple weeks ago, I had a couple guys come in, both over 65 years old.
Neat.
Fucking phenomenal shape, dude.
No shit.
Yeah, both of them have full gyms in their backyard, and they were buying more stuff for their gyms. So they're like, this is the key. Like the things that I'm thinking, that I'm like looking forward to, that I'm trying to like reach. I could see it within these guys.
Yeah.
Like they're in their mid 60s and they're working out like every day. One of them runs like classes out of his backyard.
No shit.
And I was like, man, how do I get like that?
Yeah,
like that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
Like it's to be active in your 60s, 70s. Like once it gets to the point where I can't take care of myself, I told my family, I was like, dude, just stick me in a wheelchair and slap like a GPS and like play a game. Like let me just fucking wander
Just
around.
go.
Like just go. Like I don't want my kids and my my wife and like my family to have to like, oh shit, like we gotta take care of him and like gotta wipe my ass and shit. Like no.
Yeah.
Like once I can't do that stuff on my own, like it's time to go, man.
Yeah. I'm okay with you guys putting me in an assisted living home.
Yeah.
So you guys don't have to take your time, doing that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's fair, right? Like,
no, it's not, man.
fair.
Like really, like especially when I had the chance to not make it be like that.
Mm-hmm.
When I could have been taking care of myself and staying active and you hear about it. Especially like in our communities, like type 2 diabetes, right? And they kind of just give in.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I'm gonna try to control it, with my diet, but I'm also gonna take these pills and this other stuff. What happens? Like they just, you see them later on and still like they haven't. Like, but there's people out there that have reversed it. Like it's well documented. Like there's podcasts about it, articles about, just, and it's with being active and watching what you're actually putting in your body.
Yeah. And I feel like that's the fucking one thing, like for real, like there's so many like sicknesses and stuff like that that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like most of that shit can be cured. And a lot of people have said that, like just mostly from even just things from the earth itself, like without having to do all the other stuff and medication and all that, like just natural stuff instead of, and just watching what you put in your body, moving, sunlight, just all those little things, right? And sometimes we feel like we got to go get medicine.
Yeah.
I hate that.
That's what so-and-so did, or that's what the doctor's telling me to do. I had, between, I forget what knee surgery it was, I had one of the doctors tell me, he's like, look, if you don't stop running, like you're going to lose your job.
Yeah.
And I was like, so what do you want me to do? And he's like, just stop running. And I was like, well, it hurts when I squat too. He's like, well, avoid squatting. I was like, avoid squatting. Like when I use the bathroom, I'm squatting. When I sit in a chair, I'm squatting. When I get in the car, like, what do you mean? Like, he's like, just try to avoid squatting. And I was like, fucking, this is a doctor? Like, what the hell, dude? Like,
bro. That's so
that's
fucked
crazy.
Up. Like, and it's like, you're expecting them to help you, and it's like also like that's just kind of what they were taught, it's,
for sure,
what I mean, it's institutionalized fucking, just shit that's been passed on forever, and then it's only the ones that really help you are the ones that actually really care and have dug into who you are and your lifestyle and stuff like that. And I wish we knew more people, like more doctors like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. My last shoulder surgery, I had the doctor, man. He was down at St. Clair's in Lakewood, and man, the coolest dude. He recently retired, but he was one of those guys that was like, don't let this stop you from being active.
Yeah. And
he was like, it's gonna suck for a while, but you can still do other things. And I was like, thank you. Like, I had gotten so much bad advice over the years. And it was just nice to have someone be like, you're not crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like once they start giving you bad advice, or like a doctor, like if I was to go into a doctor now and they told me something like that, like you should stop doing this and stop doing that, and it's like something that maybe I just got an injury or something, and it just says completely stop doing this. It's like, I'm not listening to it. The next thing you're saying,
you're just tuning out, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, how fast can I get out of here?
Yeah. Now I'm just not coming back. Like, there's no way I'm gonna listen to you, because obviously you don't care. Like, I'm telling you, I care about myself.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I hurt myself doing something I care about, and it happens, But I'm not gonna completely stop moving my body.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna completely stop, eating the things. I'm not gonna take your pills.
That's a crazy thought, though. You think about like high level athletes who injure themselves. They don't tell them to stop.
No.
Mm-hmm.
They stop for a short while.
But look how fast too. Like they
come back quick.
They get surgery like same night.
Yeah.
Like they got a lot of money behind them. Yeah.
Steroids, fucking injections and shit too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a thing. Like they just maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not
could be.
athlete, But
Yeah.
hey, I just hope when I go down to Arizona, come visit you, after I get the chance to go to school, go to UHP at some point, and then I could come see you, and then you're in your backyard with your shirt off, just fucking glistening in the sun, sweating your ass off, and it's like, you might be 65 at that time. I don't know. I might be just fucking doing pull-ups, just fucking. What's up, Jay?
Yeah. No, dude. The only thing that can make that vision better is if I had like my hair back.
Yes.
And it was just like flowing in the wind. Like I got a fan in front of me at all times.
Just unrecognizable.
Oh,
like,
dude.
damn.
You're just sitting next to the swimming pool at that point, just fucking the hair's
He
just
comes out of the pool, just
Yeah.
yeah. Look at the fucking 3 bald guys over here on the table. Man.
I had a thought. I don't remember the last time I don't remember what wet hair feels like anymore on my head. It's like that's just a weird thought that crossed my mind the other day.
So every once in a while, like I get this like bug where it's like I'm going back. Like I'm gonna bring the band back together. Like I'm gonna grow my hair out. Like, and one of these times was recently where I think I didn't cut it for like 2 months, and everybody's kind of like, hey, like how long is this gonna go on for?
Get rid of that shit.
Yeah, like hey, we understand you're sad and all, but like how long is this actually gonna go? Like we want to take a picture
because that's definitely like the ugly phase, right? Like that's the ugly phase of your hair growing.
And so like I don't got 1 bald spot, I got 2 bald spots and a receding hairline. Like it's
Same.
like they did me dirty. Like,
yeah, that's why I always have to like, bro. If I'm doing like some like video or something, I gotta shave it all off.
Yep.
Cause like you about to see all the spots.
Yeah,
Just looking stressed out.
It's funny because like our old job too, like security, like I didn't have a hat to use that I could use while we were in there. So I'm like, fuck, dude, my bald spots are just like all out here.
Shit, dude, I haven't even paid for this hat yet. I just grabbed this off the shelf before we sat down. I was like, oh, let me put a hat on, dude. I don't know how shiny my hair's gonna be.
Yeah, he said that. I was like, I couldn't even tell you. I always wear a hat. Like, I don't know how shiny my shit's about to be if I didn't. But damn, man, you're going to Arizona, bro, and I fucking wish the best for you and your family, man. And I appreciate everything you've done for us. Oh,
dude,
bro.
I'm gonna support hard from down there too, man. And like, we've talked about before, right? Like this isn't like you guys, like when I ask you, like, would you envision this place to be like, 3 to 5 years ago? And here we are, like 3 to 5 years from now. Like, what do you guys see this place being? Doing? Like, who knows, man? I might have to hop on a franchise NB South.
Hey,
like,
I just know when it comes to logistics and shit like that, or, all this sales stuff and finance and everything you've done and fucking, even if it's just leadership shit, bro. I know at some point down the road, when I look long term, and I know that's the best part, right? Like, I know long term when it gets to that shit where I need good people, I fucking have good people, bro, that I can call on, and I'm fucking glad. Dope. Like I said, like you like been a blessing ever since I met you. Ever since you stepped in and you became a customer first, and then we became really good friends. Like we got to talk and all the things like you've even offered to me, and like I mean even just fucking
dude, I was gonna say.
So I told you that first time when I came in with my cousin Myra. I was like looking around, like where can I put weights in this fucking place? Like, or where can I put mats in here? Like looking around, scanning, and then the day when you said like, "Hey, I'm thinking about," I'm like, dude, tell me when. And you were like, tomorrow. I was like, I'm at work tomorrow. Come by the shop, and I got some stuff for you. Like it's not even
quick.
It's not even a question of like, oh, I wonder if Brian's gonna. It's like just let me know, dude. You're gonna get the support.
Yeah, see, that's what manifestation is, right? Like we were all in here. We were just talking about it, and then we were just like, then Brian was like, Brian got mats, and I got some shit. I was like, all right, then let's fucking make it happen. Like this is fucking badass. So we went and pick up the mats from him, and get some dumbbells and some plates and shit. Like fuck yeah, bro. Like
it's like, what else you need though? Like we need to clear something else out in here so we can add more stuff.
yeah.
Before there's just a full fledged gym.
Yeah, there's no more clothes in here. There's
just one rack of clothes in the front.
Move this table out of the way. It's taking up space.
We talked about that shit too. Like we gotta find a way to make space in here. But yeah, bro, fucking. I don't know. Is there anything else that you fucking wanted to share because I know you got hella shit that,
dude. Like, man, like I was saying before, like the things that I'm really supportive of besides Nesian Built and helping our people out, University Health and Performance. Like, if you have any questions about that, please, like when this thing goes live and you put my information, do not hesitate to reach out to me. And the We Defy Foundation is another thing I'm a big, huge supporter of. Man, it's they offer jiu-jitsu scholarships to combat disabled veterans, and it's a year of training. And there's gyms that have already been vetted that most likely near whoever's listening to this. They offer gis if you're gonna do the gi. If you're gonna do no gi, they'll send you like rash guard and shorts. Like you get a mentor, and it's a year of training. and you get to, you know, be back in the community, which a lot of veterans miss, right? That's the problem why they're having such hard times, is like they don't have the community anymore.
Yeah.
Like they're not around their soldiers, sailors, like they're out by themselves, and we want to get them back in the community. And doing something like jiu-jitsu, which, you know, by itself is fun, but, you know, with cool ass people is even more fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Doing hard shit with people that are doing hard shit with you. Yeah.
There's also it's called MVP. It's Merging Veterans and Players. There's another organization that puts veterans together with professional athletes to like work out. They're in most major cities, I believe, and it's easy to apply. All any of these things, you just go to the website and sign up. Like, and if you're like, oh, I'm not in shape enough to go work out here, dude, like nobody cares. Like, we just want to get the people in.
It's about the relationships,
and get them started, dude. When I was down, a couple quick stories about University of Health and Performance that, man, like, it's super touching, and it's kind of hard to talk about. The first time I went down there, she retired from the Air Force. I believe it was in the mid '80s, and she never lifted weights, dude. And the very first day, she was like, "I don't need to be here with you guys. Like, I'm gonna hold you guys back." And we're like, everyone's telling her like, "No, this is not what this is about. It's about all of us coming together, you know." And everyone goes at their own pace, right? It's not like military workouts, or it's not a competition. No one's trying to win the day. Like, it's just about, you know, learning, community, and, you know, just, you know, being around people that you can actually like talk to and care about, and that will hold space for you and let you talk, and not judging you. Because what do we do a lot of times when we're having conversations with people? I wait for the one thing that I can connect with that you're about to say, and the rest of the stuff you say, I don't even hear. I'm just waiting for you to stop talking, so I can hop in and tell you my story. Well, listen to this. Like, this was happening to me this time. Like, oh man, that's not the right way to, like, you know, treat people. Communicate. Like, I think it was the second or third to last day we were down there. She was squatting with weight on the bar, dude.
Oh shit.
Like, tears like flowing out of her eyes.
Dang.
And she was like, "You don't know how many years all my life this place has given me." And it was like, that's what it's about, man. Yeah. Having people come in who think they can't, who think they don't belong, and like proving to them that they do. Like, just like, what a better feeling than that, right?
Yeah, I mean, especially when it comes to fitness, man. Like, that's what I think fitness really does. I mean, fitness can be a separator too. Like that, you know how people are. Like you were just saying, like they'll try to compete and they'll try to do all that instead of using it as a way to bring people together, like you're saying.
Like, what did we have? We had we talked before about the sweatshirt with the pillars on it, right? And one of the pillars is fitness. And everyone's like, "Oh, it's a cool sweatshirt," but like, "Oh no, like fitness, I don't fit." But like, fitness isn't just one thing, right? Like, it's whatever you want it to be. Like, whether it's, you know, lifting weights, walking, jogging, doing push-ups, doing yoga, like, it's swimming. Just being more, it's doing something that's better than doing nothing. It's like, seriously, man, like, I don't know how to put it like any more like plain.
That's pretty simple.
Yeah. And that's like a thing that I'm really trying to get across, is that just because of like the things that we do, right? Like the running and the lifting weights and stuff, that's not it. Like, when we talk about, we're saying fitness, we're talking about our overall being and moving. Like, that's really what I'm trying to like get across. Is it's not about, nobody care, like nobody gives a fuck that how much you can lift, how fast you can run, how far you can. Nobody cares. You care about, are you taking care of yourself? Are you taking care of your overall fitness? And I think that's way more important than, you know, the way people might think about it. But that's why it is part of our pillars, because this right here, this is the basis of our life right now. You know what I mean? However you can move, however you think up here, that's how your life's going to go.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you're not taking care of that, then everything else is just kind of shit.
Yeah,
you know?
it's just going to be shit.
Yeah. It's like I'm sure, like you were talking about your injuries and stuff, right? When you're fucking going through injuries, and it kind of fucking takes away from life. Like, there's certain things you can do. You're limited, like, right? You're very limited in the things you can do. And the more we take care of ourselves, better off we can be, you know?
And it took a long time for me to realize that my 100% was never going to be like 100% anymore. I had to adjust it.
You had to find your new 100%.
I had my new 100%.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, once you, you know, let that sink in and you're okay with it, you can move on. And just be like, oh, I can still do things. Yeah. Like, I might not be able to go, you know, as hard as I used to, but I can still do things.
And I mean, that's something I always hope like people would go kind of do, where they're just, you know, proud of where you're at, and then proud of where you could be and where you're going. As long as you keep going forward, and it's not like you just give up on yourself. That's where it's really sad, when you just give up on yourself because you have something's wrong with you. So you can't give up. There's only up. You can only go up because if you're not trying, you're just it's not.
And you never know who also is like following your example, right? Like, say you're a person that's posting things and people are seeing it, and they might not tell you, "Hey, man, I look up to you," like trying to follow in your footsteps, and you stop. Like, what's gonna happen to that other person? You never know, like what things that you're doing and how they're affecting other people. So, man, I'm really glad to see you always online, posting your workouts. I'm like, man, you never know who's seeing that, and who's got like just setting goals is like like it doesn't have to be anything outrageous. It could just be like, hey man, like today I'm gonna walk 1,000 steps, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, like leading up to like maybe in a couple months still are gonna jog like half a mile. Like, who knows? Like, just start and keep going. Consistency is key, like with these things.
Yeah, like that. Then because consistency is like the hardest part. Really, it is like the hardest part. But then if you can keep sticking with it, then that's where the money comes in.
Playing the long game, man.
Yeah,
like we're not like they say, it's not it's a marathon, not a sprint, right?
Yeah. Because people would think about like, oh, I want to lose weight for the summer. I want to do shit. I'm like, the fuck, why don't you just stay the same all year round?
Like also too, like
a lot easier.
Like, just do it. Like, you don't have to announce it and like make all these like grand. Like, just do it, and people will see like the changes you're making. Like, there's people I run into, and I'm like, God damn, dude, like, you look good, man. And give people their credit. Yeah. Like, don't, like, if you see somebody and and they've changed for the better, like, don't hate on them. If you're at a party and somebody doesn't have rice in their plate, like, don't call them out and be like, oh, you're on a diet. Yeah. Like, what's wrong with you? You can't eat.
Why is it got to be wrong?
Yeah.
Why is it got to be wrong?
Yeah. Why can't this be the dude? Like, why can't I just do me and like not get flack for it?
I'm big on that shit now, bro. Like, giving people their props, bro, because I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is just for somebody to start. So I gotta give people their fucking props, and I'm really big on it. And I know how far it can go. Yeah, because like, just like you, me and you are so much alike. You know what I mean? Every time we talk, it's like we're fucking saying the same fucking thing. So it's like when you say like you want to see people win, that's fucking what I get the joy from. When I hear somebody, all right, I signed up. Like when people say they're doing 75 hard, when people say they're signing up for their first races, stuff like that. Fuck yeah, we're winning. Like, that's what we're trying to do here. Keep passing that on, And I love it when they start posting it, because guess what? Now you are inspiring someone else to do it, and that, guess what? More of us are fucking winning. Right?
And I feel like we got a pretty strong group right now. And the boys, they know who they are. Yeah. Yeah. Like, we don't got to mention no names. They know who they are.
Yeah, they know what's up. Yeah.
And they know how much I appreciate them. Yeah. And how proud of them. Like, I am of just us, man. Of like, we could have gone the opposite way. Yeah. Easily. But we're out here doing things, right? And making changes. Yeah. And playing the long game. Yeah. Like, training for life. That's like, not training for tomorrow, I'm not training for competition. I'm training for like life. Yeah. I want to be able to hold my grandkids and play with them at the park and play catch with my son when he's, when he's playing ball or whatever he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have a daughter already at that age. She's coming up, and then
I told her the other day. I was like, "Hey, man, like if you have a kid, I might just retire. Yeah, like and be like stay at home
grandpa.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm chilling with the babies. Yeah, I mean, fuck, bro, that's just and it goes so fast, right? Yeah, and it's like you just want to fucking try and do the best you can with the time you have. Yeah, so that and you can only enjoy it.
And you never know who's watching, man. Yeah, like you're like setting that example. Like, there's things my kids tell me, they're like, oh, I remember. I'm like, I don't even remember doing that.
Yeah. They soak it up like a sponge.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's why we've said it, man. They watch more than they hear you, than they listen to you. When they see you do something, they'll remember that shit. But you can run your mouth all day. They ain't listen to a fucking thing you're saying, right? Yeah. But like that kind of stuff, like you got like making it a point, like this is what you should be seeking, when you grow up, or like this is what you should be doing. And it goes with the diet, it goes with the movement stuff, the way you speak and the way you
interact with people and how you treat people.
Exactly, like, big time.
Like when you're out, at a restaurant or something, how do you interact with the waiter or the waitress or the person seating you? Like, dude, it's not hard to say thank you.
Yeah. Like, oh man, it is for some people. It blows my mind, like, dude. It's like, what?
Like holding the door open for someone. Like.
Yeah,
like it's not
common courtesy.
Yeah, it's not hard, man. It's not like kindness is like it's free, man. Like and it's easy to give out. Yeah, like I don't know why we're not doing that more.
Yeah, I mean you fucking got arms, right? You use them for something good. Shit, dude. Yeah, that's a fucking. It's just passing along. And I always like the more and more people that we have that are just
Mhm.
being better people, and being better themselves. And then I always think like we have this like big ass like pretty much a group of people that are
Yeah.
all doing all this shit, right? And the more we show it, and then imagine like each of us has one person that starts their journey, just from watching us, and then they have one person and one person, and it just fucking keeps branching out. And man, over time, let's say, bro, like we're thinking long term again, right? Let's say fucking by the time, look, I'm 35, so by the time I'm 75, we're just gonna have hundreds and thousands of
So
people.
it's funny because you just said that like a lot of the
open up
things
the
we
book,
say is like is the same, right? So what does it say right here?
Network, grow a tree of people to help each other. Boom, money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. One by one, and we always say it. You go help one person. You don't know who that one person is gonna help.
For sure.
And it's massive. It's massive fucking growth.
You never know the reach you could have.
Yeah, and I'm just like not like we have a big following or nothing, but we know some people.
We're on the way though, right?
We're always on the way.
Yeah.
Hey, we're always moving, baby.
Yeah.
Always moving. Look, I just put that thing up, man. I had that vision. You saw
Dude,
it?
I saw it. And and then this is one of the things that we could talk about, because it's like, how do I help? Like all gas, no brakes, dude. Like we gotta go.
Yeah.
We're going.
And I know you're on the gas.
I told him, I said, "Did you see the post I put up?" And he's like, "No,
I just glanced at
Dude,
it.
don't tell me an idea and expect me not to be like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, let's do this right now.
Bro,
Like
I was just fucking hot, bro. Like when I thought because I've been thinking about it the past couple of days, because micro games is going on. So I keep seeing everything pop up. I'm like, dude, how fucking crazy would that be? If we what if we did some shit, and we actually turned out to be a fucking sponsor of the SPG and the micro games? How fucking nuts would that be, bro? But I don't think it's impossible. Like,
it's not impossible.
It's so far out, but there's so much work you have to do it. But why the fuck can't we do it?
Yeah, exactly. Dude, we can even start smaller than that, like sponsoring athletes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
that would be fucking dope too.
Want me to send them something, dude? I'll fucking buy them right now. Like before we get out of here, like I want to, dude, I love giving shit away, right?
Yeah.
Like I love fucking giving shit away.
Fucking year-round Santa Claus,
dude. How? Because obviously this isn't live and it's gonna go out, like week 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm leaving to Arizona tomorrow, so I don't know. We need to do it like this. I know you guys just did a giveaway.
Yeah.
Let's give away some more shit.
We can.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Invoice me. I'll pay for it right now. Like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Like, how are we gonna do it, man? Like, to get I wasn't tracking all the way the last giveaway. What'd you do? Like,
the last one was a quick one. It was just like just comment on the post.
Okay.
And just randomly
pick somebody randomly.
Yeah.
So let's do something like that again.
Okay.
But besides just commenting, you got to tag somebody.
Okay.
Bring more people in.
Yeah.
And so like we're gonna do new hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One of each.
Which one? These ones?
Yeah, new ones.
We just did that one.
Oh, you did that one? What do you want to do?
We can do the next drops.
Okay, next drop.
Yeah, sponsored by Brian.
Yes.
Sponsored by me.
Yeah, sponsored by Brian. He's that'd
be dope.
Sponsored by Brian.
Well, before I leave too, I got to do shopping for some people before I get out of here.
Yeah.
But this probably won't be the last time you see my face on here. Hopefully.
Yeah, bro.
Hopefully I get an invite back.
Oh, we gotta do it again.
It's
We're
open,
definitely
bro.
doing it again.
It's open.
It's like knowing you and how fucking good and solid you are, bro. We have to do it again. Hopefully every time you come up, we can just fucking chop it up
For sure.
catch up, bro.
I mean, always reach out to you, man. I'll let you guys know when I'm gonna be coming back. Back through town.
Yeah.
And too, man, if you guys need anything while I'm gone, for sure, I'm just an Instagram or a text message away, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I gotta get your fucking number, bro. I'm always messaging you through Instagram, bro. I don't know why the hell I'm always like,
and then I have to go in there and I'm like, to check. So I should have just gave you my number. Like,
I don't know why the fuck we keep messaging. But yeah. And then we just got those damn sandbags from you. And that's going towards a purpose that, we've talked about. So
have you guys talked about that yet?
So
I forgot to bring him in, bro. Sorry.
I'll
bring him next
you
week.
fucking forgot it again. But he's the one that picked it up. So we I'm trying to get the planning phase. Just trying to how it's gonna go, what days and stuff. It's only gonna go for like a month, but haven't announced it yet, officially. But we know it's gonna happen very soon.
So we got your back on that one too.
Yeah, bro.
Like the boys are gonna come through.
Yeah. It'd be dope to finally get a workout in with the boys too. Like I always see them, and it's like we gotta get a workout in together some fucking time.
Yeah. So reach out to me. Reach out to Vince. Like we'll get it popping up in here.
Yeah, get that sled up here.
It's gonna be a lot of sweat in that parking lot.
yeah. We already made it.
Yeah,
that's a plan. In case you're watching, we're gonna be sweating in the parking lot.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. I don't know how far out is that gonna be.
We're probably month or less out from starting that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get the final little details ready on it. So then
Once
I'll
you
put it
post
out.
dates, I'll look at flights. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll put it once I put it together. I'll let you know. It's like because it's gonna be the weekends.
Yeah,
Like one
yeah.
day of the weekend, and then probably go for a month and see how it goes.
Yeah.
If we want to keep going, we just keep rolling.
oh, for sure.
So yeah. Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate you coming.
Oh man, I
through,
appreciate you guys.
Good ass
Thank you so
fucking
much.
time, and I wish
That's awesome.
fucking best of luck to you and your family down in AZ.
Thank you.
Don't eat too much fucking tacos down there because I know it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it is good.
we'll see you
That
on the
sounds so
next one,
good.
man. Fucking
All right.
appreciate you.
Right on, boys.
Hey, you know the deal. Go out, be your best. Always do that shit out of style. Let's go.
Put our differences aside, yeah, and fight for our lives, yeah, yeah, yeah. I said the haters in the morning way before the sunrise. Didn't give